Hey everyone, back at it again with Fire Emblem Engage. So, I must have missed this when it popped up, but we haven't actually done Ike's Paralog yet. And so, I think we're just gonna start with this today.
Where are we?
Gebel Castle. At least that's what it looks like.
Someplace you've been?
Yeah. It's near the border between the nations of Crimea and Gallia. Interesting that this place is where we'll have our trial.
Trial?
We were pursued here by forces from the Kingdom of Dayan. They laid siege, trapping us. Our escape was cut off. The strength of their forces was overwhelming. My father had died, and I'd taken up his role as leader of the Grail mercenaries. And this is where I met my first great trial.
That sounds rough. What did you do?
I fought.
That's rough,
To
buddy.
protect my sister and the Grail mercenaries. If you found yourself in the same situation, what would you do?
I'd like to think I would also fight. I don't want anyone I care about to be harmed.
And I believe you would fight well. So show me how you would defend those near to you. No words now, only deeds.
A trial? You want me to fight you?
If you win this fight, our bond will become even stronger.
Understood. I won't lose.
That's the spirit. Now, let's begin.
Oh boy, let's see what we're up against. I remember this. Surrounded on all sides. It's dark and stormy night. Well, technically it's not night. And there's Ike up here. And it's gonna be super beefy. Gotta hit him hard and hit him fast. Okay, DM up goes south and goes east. Just where I can take care of those guys over there.
Give me your best.
Understood.
Here I go! Ciao!
Or can that axe unit reach? I want the walls recovered right now.
I've got this.
I'll protect you.
Okay. Power blooms in me. Sounds perfect.
The choice is yours.
Hmm. How are we gonna max him out eventually?
Victory is mine.
Yeah, didn't quite get them.
My turn.
That must have hurt.
He can just come up here and heal people.
Remember this.
I won't give up. All in a day's work.
And take out the Scorcher.
I will not forget your loss. I'll go first. Come on!
I won't miss.
I'll help!
Lemon Sword is so good. So useful.
Here we go! Yeah! Alrighty!
Thank you.
Allow me.
I can't believe I did that.
One strike, half up! Here I am! You were beautiful while you lasted.
I had no choice but to win.
This is going pretty well. That chain guard. You can't have that. Okay, should be safe.
Come again!
Victory is mine.
Yeah, this isn't working. Give me that. Come on.
All in the name of peace.
I'll go first. This ends now. I am guided by the emblems.
I'm just gonna punch him.
It was fate, you see.
good. And gather back up here. So make our way up hike. That's better.
It is like a mirage.
Oh, you know the drill.
Is it strange that I'm fighting?
Allow me.
I'm sorry.
Time to engage.
Please grant me your strength.
It's not gonna hit for a lot.
Let the show begin.
Yes, there's a vulnerary in the convoy.
Forgive me. I need to be more diligent.
My turn now.
Oh, come on, Ike. Yeah, sometimes all you need is a little magic.
I'll lead on, Lao!
It's nothing!
1,000 curses upon our enemy.
How mysterious.
Hmm. This is tricky. Let me get these guys out of the way.
Here we go!
From me to you! I'm unbeatable!
Allow me! Here we go! My turn!
I'm so pathetic.
No, you're not, Alkish. Quiet.
Emblem, engage!
Yep, yep.
I'll change the future into hope.
If I make another! Ha! Ha! A good wind.
Gotta get that last bit of XP.
That helps.
Let's not do it overkill.
I like that look in your eye. It's clear your fighting spirit is strong.
I know the only way I'll beat you is to fight harder than you.
Then you understand what lies ahead. Now show me you can fight as well as you talk. It was a good fight.
Beautiful.
Great work. You overcame the trial well.
Thank you, Ike.
You should know that going forward, the fighting's gonna get more intense. It's important to remember that you're a leader, and you must not give in to the pressure. In this war, there can be no retreat.
You're right. If we run away, the world will be covered in darkness. But I worry that fighting this hard may be too much for everyone. Or too much for me.
There are people who need your help. Don't worry, you're more than capable. And when it seems your spirit might break, it's the bonds you forge that will win the day.
I'll hold your words in my heart.
Don't worry. If it looks like you've forgotten it, I'll be there to remind you.
You'll be by my side? Always?
Always.
Thank you, Ike. I'm glad to know you're here with me.
Ike is such a good character. Eagles.
Ah,
My father taught me the way of the sword. I think I'd lose. I've still got a lot to learn. Yeah, this is kind of fun at first, but wish there was a way to auto-collect these. Hey, Corn.
Yes!
Fortress is fine. This is much livelier. Tito and I are with you from now on.
Oh my.
Yeah, that ring. Gonna top some people off.
Saline has arrived.
Meditation complete.
Not quite! Ha!
This isn't funny enough to write about.
What a joy this has been.
It's the second princess of Illusia, Hortensia!
I am Marin. I seek a worthy opponent.
Obviously.
And Shadow.
Hey, relax. Let's take it easy.
I'm Citrine, a royal soldier of Brodia. You mustn't! Oh my, I'm still so weak.
That was fun. Thanks.
What does that do? Shadow. Nice, nice. Anybody need polishing? Right back on.
Leave it to me.
I can't wait to get the other emblem rings back.
Hey! I'm so happy to see you!
A little royal party.
I may not look it, but I'm an excellent cook. Just like prepping the alpaca's meals back home. This meal could start its own legend.
It tastes good. Nicely done.
Lovely aroma.
Here, take some to snack on later.
I feel bad when I don't actually eat the packed lunches. way. Quartz.
That's the most concerned I've ever seen you look, Diamant.
Oh, Divine One. I apologize. Didn't think anyone else was here.
What's that you're holding?
This is a medal my father gave me a while back. A commendation from the king.
From King Morian.
I was with our troops during an intense battle against Illusia. We found ourselves surrounded. We needed to make a quick retreat, so I took command out of sheer desperation. When we returned, Father gave me this medal. It felt like the first time he saw me as a leader, but occasionally, I wonder, was it my leadership that got us home? Or was it pure luck? Perhaps I didn't earn this.
So, even the Crown Prince of Brodia suffers through moments of self-doubt.
Sorry to shatter the illusion. To protect my country's reputation, I must insist you keep this conversation private.
Of course. You saw me in a vulnerable moment with that corrupted soldier, so let's call it even. But I will say one thing. Knowing that you do have a vulnerable side makes me feel a bit closer to you. Vulnerability isn't always a bad thing.
You're a peculiar leader, Divine One.
Oh boy.
We meet again, Princess Hortensia.
We do indeed meet, Princess Saline. Let the competition commence! The first event will be the softness contest. Who will be softer, you or me? Let's try you first. Poke!
That tickles.
The softness contest is hereby canceled.
So soon?
Strategic adjustments need to be made.
That's unfortunate.
Where did you poke her exactly?
I wanted to have a turn to poke at you.
Wait, really? Hey, no! Your mind games won't distract me. We're competitors.
Of course we are.
What is wrong with me? This girl's so adorable, she's messing with my mind. Insidious.
My turn. Let's see how soft you are. Poke.
I told you, that contest is canceled.
Forgive me. I was overcome with curiosity and couldn't help myself.
Why is she smiling like that? Why do I like it? Enough of your tricks! I'm the cutest there is! I'll never be outdone!
There she goes again. Drat. It seems I once more missed my chance to invite her to tea.
This is fun.
Sea Doll? May I ask you about something?
What would you like to know, Prince Alchrist?
I've heard that you were once part of a traveling caravan. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. Merchants, performers, dancers. I've traveled with them all, and many more.
Really? That must have been incredible!
Incredible? That's a flattering description. I'm surprised you think so.
Well, I've rarely traveled outside of Brodia. My duties as a prince keep me so busy.
I see.
I'm also a bit of an introvert. I envy those who can navigate foreign cultures with ease.
The world is full of wonders. The things I've seen, some of it would take your breath away. In fact, if you're truly interested in that life, I could tell you a story or three.
Really? I would enjoy that very much.
Of course, if I tell you these tales, I will be obliged to leave out some of the best bits. I can't be responsible for inspiring a prince to go adventuring beyond his kingdom's walls.
Oh, no need to worry. I'm not that brave. I was anxious just asking you a simple question.
New Ifyama. Oh, he's enjoying jokes. Ancient allies, speed reading. He looks nice in this photo. Alright, and I'm gonna move on. Okay, this is where we're going. Yeah, sure.
With Emblem Corrin added to our ranks, each country's rings have been collected.
Right. No more rings in the wild. Between us and Sombron, they've all been taken.
Let's consider the situation. There are 5 emblems on our side. Lynn, Lucina, Ike, Byleth, and now Corrin.
Meanwhile, the Fell Dragon's got 7 in his grubby claws. Most of them are old allies. Marth, Sigurd, Celica, Micaiah, Leaf, and Roy. As well as another emblem ring his forces stole from Lethos, the Azure Twins.
To gather all 12, we will need to face the enemy directly.
Are you proposing we invade Illusia?
Returning to Illusia already.
Yeah, that's gotta be complicated.
Indeed. But that aside, invading Illusia now would be a mistake. They have a clear advantage. 7 emblems to our 5.
The worst case scenario is that they steal more of our rings. That's what concerns me.
If that happens, we can abandon all hope of defeating the Fell Dragon.
But the longer we wait to attack, the more likely it is they'll attack us.
It's best that we strike first. One never wants to be on the wrong end of an ambush.
But we're not ready to take the offensive. Rockin' a hard place, huh?
Pardon the interruption.
Vander, what is it?
Word from the port of Solm. A number of warships were spotted on the horizon. Judging from the crests on their sails, they appear to be Illusian vessels.
They're attacking the Queendom again?
No. In fact, the fleet sails toward Firene.
My kingdom.
We'd better take a look for ourselves.
Let's head to the Azure Coast. It's near the border, and it's got a clear view of the sea.
Smooth sailing. At this rate, we'll be the first ones in Firene.
It would seem so.
Wonder why Zephia told us to go ahead. Our orders are to kill everyone we see, right? With this kind of head start, think of the body count we can get. We'll be heroes! Seems like Zephia's really taken a shine to us, don't you think, Mavir?
I do not particularly care. I have my orders, and I will follow them.
See, this is why I can't stand you. You never praise me, and you're no fun at all. I thought Chris was bad. At least he's not the boringest man in the world.
Lady Marnie, Sir Mavir.
You got something to report?
2 soldiers have deserted the fleet.
Perhaps they had reservations about the current strategy.
Whatever. Leave them be. We'll catch up later and beat the daylights out of them.
But they took an emblem ring.
What?
Explain.
As a precaution, we kept each ring on a separate ship in the fleet. These soldiers attacked the guard on watch and stole the ring of the Azure Twins. Warships are already in pursuit.
We will take chase as well. The ring must be returned at any cost. These soldiers, what are their names?
Rosado and Goldmary.
Princess Hortensia's retainers? I thought thought those two were behaving themselves lately.
No longer, it seems. Do we know where they went?
They were headed to Solm by Wyvern.
All right. Turn this ship around. Take us to the coast of Solm. Ugh! And we were in the lead. Those two are in heaps of trouble.
Well, that sounds promising for us.
We're in Solm now. I think it's safe to say we lost them.
Perhaps we should pause for a moment then. I'm sure your wyvern needs to rest her wings.
Good idea. Let's take a breather and then start looking for Hortensia. We have to make sure she gets the ring of the Azure Twins.
Indeed.
Aha! There they are!
Let's seize them!
Is a few minutes rest really too much to ask?
Let's get out of here, Goldmary.
That's an Elusian fleet, all right. And it does look to be headed toward Firene. We have to get there before they do.
That'd be nice, but look. We've got Elusian soldiers on the beach. You wanna attack again, huh? I'll give you a good old-fashioned Solmic welcome.
That's not enough troops for an invasion. It looks more like a search party.
Divine One! There's a wyvern coming this way!
They must have spotted us. Everyone, at the ready!
Hold on! Rosado? Goldmary!
Huh?
Hortensia!
You're not hurt, are you? I was so worried.
Not as worried as I was! Oh, I'm so happy you two are alive!
Nice to see you and your retainers back together again.
The Divine Dragon! Watch out!
Put that away, Rosado! I'm on the Divine Dragon's side now. My sister is too.
Princess Ivy as well?
Psst. If you're being held against your will, blink 3 times.
I swear, it's
I'm
not
right here.
like that. I wanted to join them, so I did. I made this choice for Elusia. Question is, as my retainers and my friends, will you join me?
All right. If this is what you want, then it's what I want too.
Whatever banner you're under, I will defend it with all my might.
Good. I knew I could count on you two.
Divine One? Sorry for drawing my weapon on you. Here, this is yours.
Is this?
The Ring of the Azure Twins. We stole it from the ship we were on.
Thank you.
Good going.
I hope my dazzling abilities do not blind you. This is just what we needed. Restore calm! Emblem of the Sacred!
Finally, I am returned to your side. My name is Erica. I raise my sword in hopes that peace will come to this world at last.
I know we can depend on you, Erica. Now, which of you should I give this ring to? You're both to thank for bringing it here. You ought to give it to Rosado. Rosado flew us here. He was instrumental in our escape.
You were too, Goldmary, but there's no time to argue, is there? Lend me the ring and I promise I'll do my part.
It's settled. Here you are, Rosado.
Finally! This is where those thieves ran off to, right?
By all accounts, yes. Now we sniff them out.
are we dealing with? Got these guys in forts. I'm a little annoying. Okay, got some flyers. Cavalry. Oh, there's a house out there. Are they gonna wreck it though? We'll just do our best.
Moments ago, the beach was dry, and now the water is up to my ankles. The tide here seems to rise and fall at a moment's notice. Try to keep me on dry land, will you? I'd hate to be stuck tromping around in the water. All right.
That'll hurt if it hits.
Our side's cuter for sure, but by the looks of it, theirs might be tougher.
Worry not, Rosado. With my power, you can punch through even the hardiest foe's defenses. You may also call upon my twin brother's abilities if you like.
Cuteness combined!
That's much better.
I cannot allow this!
I won't forget you.
Where to?
It's not gonna suddenly change
Yes.
on the opponent's turn. Give an advantage, is it?
All right.
I'll do my best.
Let's do this.
The stage is mine.
I won't lose.
Yes.
You got it.
Keep Anna.
Yes!
Nice and forward. Oh, there.
Kind of you.
So is it every other turn?
All in a day's work. Come and get it!
Glad we met.
That's how a princess does it. No apologies.
Definitely rescue her. No archers for you.
Yep.
I'll go first.
Here it comes! No one desires war.
I can still fight.
Yeah, let's finish this guy off.
Here we go.
Beat me to the punch. Remember this.
A little product. Phew. First one.
Oh, impressive!
I'll help.
More swords.
I'll go first.
Allow me! Why do we repeat our mistakes?
I can't reach.
Ready yourself. I'm not afraid anymore.
Here we go. It's tea time. Adieu.
I'm gonna finish off that last mage to cruise out safe.
Thank you.
Allow me.
All in the name of peace.
Victory is mine.
I wonder if he can get in the third chapter today. Yep, there goes the tide again. Oh, bother. So far, you're leaving this house alone. There's something good in there.
Here we go!
Over here!
I had it under control.
Aw, thanks.
And another spot. Get ready to take up this DC over here.
What a joyous feeling.
No apologies.
Slowly move forward. I was getting left behind. I'll leave you up there for a little more healing.
That helps. Lend me your strength.
I'm ready for you.
Emblem, engage! If this is war, so be it.
Allow me.
So gonna crush you. Okay, who's next?
Fine.
Not enough! Goodbye.
Let's have some fun.
Nice crit for what that was worth. Get off of that fort and fight us.
First one's free!
For Brodia! I'll apologize later.
Thick lips.
Emblem, engage! Now I have you! I strike true! A thousand curses upon our enemy.
And with the butterfly, she looks like the shaman from Pokemon. Little flowery hedgehog.
I owe you one.
Huh? We came here to hunt a couple thieves. What are you punks doing here?
Too close! That must have hurt.
A double chain guard. How dare you? That might be a little... yeah, a little much for Hortensia. Attack range is this. Might be her staff. comes over here. Okay, back to the axe. How much is any of his for? Yeah, I can't do that. How dare you?
Here it comes! No one desires war.
Nice, nice. Come on, Rosato.
A proud victory.
Mean!
I should have guessed Hortensia's retainers would seek your forces out. Denied.
It's a proud victory.
You really thought. That's gonna be annoying.
You'll see what I'm made of. Why do we repeat our mistakes?
Right. Warp ceiling. Just in case. can't hit this guy.
Help is everything.
Get that one extra step forward.
This item is not for sale! It's over!
A lot of bonding to do when we get back.
Sure, okay.
No escape!
I'm sorry.
On the 4%. Nice one, Shadow.
A battle fit for Brodia.
Yeah, I saw those troops on the shore. Be careful, alright? And take this. Might help.
Oh, cover.
I'm here!
Beaten by a bunch of weaklings. Fine. We'll call it even. Next time, though, you're dead. Super duper dead.
Cute again. How cute am I?
How much damage will I take? A little risky. And break him first.
I have failed. No mercy for mutineers. I'll help. Oh.
A bit rough here.
Come and get it!
You stole the show.
You're a lifesaver.
That's right, we're almost done here.
I'm here. Alas. I withdraw for now, but we will meet again.
The Illusian soldiers have fled. Marnie and Mavi are too. Now we can head to Firene.
Yes, right away. If those ships made landfall, then my people are in danger.
I wonder how they're doing back in Pyrenees. What's Illusia, sorry, the Fell Dragon up to? Yeah, so I can see attacking Pyrenees for the heck of it. Pyrenees got all the rings. In here, nothing. Up, yang. I was worried I'd never see these two again. I'm so relieved.
Hello.
Thank you for allowing me to join you. I'm sorry if my presence makes your other allies obsolete.
Yeah.
I'm so relieved to finally get this ring to you. Not that the emblem inside isn't adorable. But good, you're alright. Thank you so much for protecting me. I won't soon forget it. Just doing my duty, citizen.
That cool breeze. Lovely, isn't it? Almost a shame we'll arrive in Firene soon.
I'm surprised you came with us, Zephyr. You're so loyal to Papa. I figured there was no way you'd approve of this.
Oh? Well, your father is my master. But lately his orders have been somewhat concerning.
I know exactly what you mean. He thinks nothing of killing people. I have the same blood in my veins, of course. Maybe it's natural people mistrust me.
Oh, Lady Vale, no. I heard about those awful things the Divine Dragon said. That you killed Lumera? Stole the rings? If I were you, I wouldn't believe a word of it. After hearing who your father was, the Divine Dragon probably said that to hurt your feelings.
I've decided I won't harm anyone, ever. Even if it costs me my life. So, I'm not going back to Papa. I don't want to destroy this world.
How kind-hearted of you.
If you two really want to help, then after I've cleared up this misunderstanding, will you help me find my sibling?
What a silly thing to say. You are Lord Sombron's only child. You have no brothers or sisters.
That's not true. We've met. Look at this.
How beautiful. It looks like a dragonstone.
It is a dragonstone. 1,000 years ago, I was crying, and one of my siblings gave it to me. I remember it well. Even though I can't stay with you, I'll always be your friend. If you're sad or lonely, remember, if this stone is intact, that means I'm still alive. As you can see, in all this time, it hasn't even cracked.
But that means... What does
What does
that
that mean?
mean?
It means my sister is still alive, and I'm going to find her. Perhaps with her help, I can convince Papa to end this horrible war.
I realize he's called the Fell Dragon for a reason.
Sophia, is something wrong?
Are you also surprised?
No, I'm just so... moved. After we finished our business in Firene, Gris and I will help find your sibling.
Thank you. I've been looking on my own this whole time. You two will be a big help.
Look, Lady Vale. Firene on the horizon. Why don't you take in the view? Maybe reflect on what you'll say to patch things up.
Good idea.
Another one of Lord Sombron's children survived?
First time hearing of it.
I don't understand. They all perished in the war 1,000 years ago. All of them except Lady Vale, who was too young to fight. I watched it happen, Gris. Watched as each and every one of them met their end. Unless... no.
What? Remember something?
It's only a hunch. But if I'm right, we may have a problem on our hands.
Good thing we heard this before she fell asleep.
Yes. After all, once we've gotten to Firene and uncovered the truth, she will never awaken again.
I see now. Hey besties, how we doing?
Hey.
I didn't think the Holy Land would be so stylish and cute. I'll need to draw this landscape. Save the support for later. Your kindness makes this place feel so much warmer than Letha's castle.
I'm impressed.
A lovely backdrop for someone like you to bask in. It suits you even better, of course. I should remember to feed Zombie. How do I keep getting so many oranges? Okay, should I train up? I like spoiling Pagado.
Pagado here, captain of the Sentinels. Better be ready.
I challenge you. Face my iron wall.
Is he gonna do it?
This isn't funny enough to write about.
That was fun. Thanks.
Let the haters be your motivators.
We were fated to meet.
This is my chance to shine! It's okay. I'll win the next one.
My hard work is rewarded. I'm Cedar. Let's begin.
It's your favorite Illusian retainer, Rosado.
It's true. Ah. I'm still looking fine. Where's Aileen?
It's the Divine Dragon!
Maybe in with A. Oh, sure, yeah, the new ones. Perfect match. Have some pudding.
I'll prepare the offering. Just one moment. Failing is not an option. I'll just add a bit of this and that and... Aha! I present this dish to you.
Beautiful presentation.
You with the eyes first, you know.
Nearly as good as I would do.
You can safely call this acceptable. Can't stop picturing all those warships. I fear that Lucia means to invade my home again. I got a lot to get through.
Hello, Rosado.
Divine One, have you seen my latest drawing?
Oh, I have. An old well deep in a forest. A single sunbeam illuminating a lone flower in bloom. You conveyed a perfect balance of warmth and isolation, light and dark. Just breathtaking.
Exactly. You saw all that right away, didn't you? You would not believe how much time I spent hiking in the woods to find that view. But to hear your experience, to know you understand, makes it all worth it.
Finding beautiful things, then sharing them with friends who would never see them otherwise? You found a lovely hobby, Rosado. I can't wait for your next piece.
Aw, sweet of you to say. But if you're expecting more, I need to raise the stakes. Hey, maybe you could help me. There's a spot I want to get to, but it's a tough hike. It would definitely help to have a buddy.
I'd love to come along.
Great, thanks so much.
Was the meal to your satisfaction, Divine One? Oh yes, it was delicious. Thanks so much. Could you look me in the eyes, please? Sure. Perfect. Keep on looking right at me. You have such an intense gaze. Tell me what you're feeling in this moment.
Blueberry.
Nothing much, really.
I'm feeling a bit strong, aren't you?
Have I stirred your heart so little? Let me ask you again. I'll whisper in your ear this time.
Blueberry, please.
Has your lunch with me today brought you any feelings of contentment? Oh, very much so. I knew it. I'm so glad. Tell me more about these feelings.
Trying to be an ASMR podcaster.
Well, I'm so content I couldn't eat another bite. I'd be really curious to learn your recipe. My recipe. Not exactly what I had in mind, but if that's really what you want, I'll teach you.
Hello, Jean.
Hello, Princess Zaline.
Oh, is that a medical text? I'm not interrupting your studies, I hope.
Don't worry about it. I'm just reading up so I can be a good doctor.
How exemplary. Perhaps another day then.
Oh, you mean for that tea time?
Yes, a batch of tea from your home arrived, so I wondered if today would suit you. But your studies are more important.
I'm very sorry, but thanks for thinking of me.
Tea time is postponed, not cancelled, dear. Our anticipation shall make it all the sweeter.
My hometown's tea must really be amazing.
You're just realizing this now? The tea grown in your hometown is nonpareil, I assure you.
Gosh.
Have you never considered a future in tea? Taking up your mother's trade, so to speak.
Not really. I like tea, but it can't save lives.
It can't save lives?
Oh, that's all the Facebook moms.
Princess Saline?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. You have studying to do. I shall take my leave and my leaves.
Well, thank you. I was just at a really fascinating part of this text.
Be diligent, but don't push yourself beyond your limits.
I know what this could be about.
You can look. I don't mind.
What?
You've kind of been staring at me. It's okay. I know I'm adorable. You were admiring my cuteness, right? Admire away.
Oh, well, I suppose you're not wrong. I do appreciate the way you take care of yourself and your appearance. Your hair is so shiny. It practically glows. And your skin. It's the picture of health. I'm dying to know what your beauty secret is.
Aw, thanks so much. I don't have any beauty secrets, though.
That's not possible. You have to be doing something. Watching what you eat, exercising vigorously, something? It's not possible to look like you without putting in some kind of effort. If you're telling the truth, it's just not fair. I put a lot of work into being me.
Oh yeah, I just woke up like this.
I don't know what to tell you. I really don't do anything special.
Please, maybe it's something you're not aware of. Or maybe you're just keeping your secret from me. Either way, I'm going to figure it out. As a dancer, my craft demands it.
Picture perfect, Hortensia.
Huh? What did you say?
Look, I drew your picture. I can draw real fast. It's my not-so-hidden talent. See, it's practically a mirror. And look how beautiful you are.
Seriously? I'm staring off into the distance. I look boring. Here, do it again. I'll pose for it properly this time.
I like this one, though.
Are you joking? It's awful. The expression doesn't express me at all. Here, this is my good side. Draw me again.
Nah, your first expression's better.
This is an order from your princess.
Fine, fine. Make the face again. Done. Is this what you wanted?
Perfect. Be sure to throw that other one away. We can't let future generations think I was some boring girl always staring off at nothing.
There's nothing boring about you.
Yeah, if only I could draw that fast. Prince party.
Prince Fogato!
Hey, hey! What's going on, Prince Alchrist? Why are you running away from me?
I apologize. You're always in such high spirits. I feared my presence might dampen your mood.
Yeesh. I think you're being a little hard on yourself. Besides, we actually have a lot in common. You're the second prince of a kingdom. I'm the first prince of a queendom. Tomato, Fogato.
I suppose you're right.
Why the sigh?
We do hold similar positions. But if that is the case, why are we so different? You're so carefree and sociable. And I'm a dismal burden on everyone I meet.
There you go again. Always so negative. Not that I mind your dour attitude. It's actually one of the reasons I like you.
You find me likable? But that's impossible. I don't deserve such kindness. Oh, this is bad. If you continue, I may find myself in a dangerous spot.
Aw, what's so dangerous about me?
That! Your gentle eyes and accepting smile? Please, don't look at me. Your pure heart is shining a spotlight on me. You reveal me for the waste that I am. I have to go. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ah, man. That guy really knows how to make an exit.
This could be cute.
Hey, Goldmary, could you teach me how to cook?
I could, but why the sudden interest?
I've been thinking. When it comes to cuteness, I'm obviously miles ahead of you.
Excuse me?
But you're still better than me at a lot of things, and cooking is one of your many talents. So I figure, if I really want to compete with you, I should learn. How hard could it be?
Sorry, but I'm still not past the part where you said you're miles ahead of me in cuteness.
Really? Well, we can come back to that another day. The important thing is I want to learn to cook, and I want you to teach me. What do you say?
Not the most flattering way to ask for a favor. But since we're friends, alright, I'll teach you.
Yes! Thanks, Goldmary! Soon I'll be adorable and multi-talented.
I suppose we'll see.
That was fun. Let's see what's up next. Okay, so this is chapter 17. This is the paralogue. Yeah, I'm gonna do another chapter, treat myself. Here we go.
Look at this place. Oh my. It can't be. It's impossible.
What's wrong, Erica?
This looks almost exactly like... I'd swear to you, this is where everything changed forever.
Changed? How so?
I was a member of the royal family of Renee. Our close neighbors, the Grotto Empire, were our allies for centuries. Then, with no hint of warning, the Grotto Empire invaded.
That must have been difficult if you were allies for so long.
As the royal family, my brother and I fought together with our friends to protect our people. The final conflict took place right here. I know things only look similar, but it's very much like being back there.
You don't have to go on. I understand that it's a painful memory.
I lost a very dear friend that day.
But you didn't lose hope. You fought on, even when faced with losing a friend.
Would you spar with me? Here, everything I feel about that day is bound up. My heart is full of grief. Perhaps fighting here will help overcome that. Though that sounds like my brother's thinking.
I would be glad to spar with you. However, I don't plan on losing.
Well, you wouldn't last long if you didn't try to win. And if you do win, then our bonds will only become stronger.
Here's Erica. Oh, we got a chest. 2 chests. Gotta get through the doors. Oh, dude, I got to do the bong conversations, didn't I? I get that XP. Just give me a little notification here.
How goes it, Professor? Anything I can do for you?
Oh, no. I just came to see if you were someone I knew once.
I've steeled myself to fight for peace, but I fear sometimes that this war will never end.
Everything ends one way or another. I know you're nervous, but don't lose faith.
There we go. Alright, for real this time. I don't remember bringing nothing here. Who should I replace? Mm-hmm.
Now, let us begin.
Ready for anything. Emblem, engage!
Get some crowd control to start.
Tell me where.
Sounds perfect.
Shall we?
Gotcha,
Here I
chance.
go.
Go ahead.
I'll protect you.
I will do what I must.
Yep.
Fire's going
How
out.
do I look?
I've got this.
It was foretold.
There you go.
I won't let anyone die! Here goes!
I got one of them.
No window choppers! Thanks for the business!
Steady.
Was that too much?
Okay, cool.
My turn.
I can help.
Making me look bad.
I'll go first. My turn!
Victory is mine.
Let's have some fun! Bye-bye now!
Double
I
crits.
fight for my friends!
Nice one, nice one. What should we do about this guy?
Kind of you.
Okay, Hortensia, I'm gonna get you from there. In here. Yeah, that should work. Whose range is this? Okay. Send Rosado in there. Okay, Rosado only has silver axe and a great axe and a spear. Do I have anything in the convoy?
Aw, thanks.
Nope, nothing. Give it a chance. Yeah, better than nothing.
Come on.
It's time! You put up a good fight.
I see no gaps in your defenses, but that doesn't mean you'll win easily.
Oh, come on. Always with the reinforcements. What do we do here?
No problem.
First one's free!
Glad we met.
Me first!
I'm here.
I'm proud of you.
Okay, let's get the spiders.
Here we go!
Emblem, engage!
Our bonds give me strength.
I'll go first.
Winning!
Okay, knock this down. Midi bow.
Here we go!
All flowers eventually wilt.
I'll do a little dance.
Cute again!
I am the divine dragon. I'll change the future into hope.
Alright, I'm coming.
Come again.
Not done. I'd rather be friends.
At your service.
I'll help.
Think whatever you like.
Just showed up and you barely get time to do anything.
Our bonds give me strength. Allow me.
I can't believe I did that.
I'll go first.
I need to be more diligent.
Careful down here.
Thank you.
Dude. Come on, Forgato, you got this. Well, here comes Erica.
Thanks for the business!
I want to get these chests first. Just a delivery. One axe to the face.
I won't quit. Back in action.
Vincia's not ready for this. I think get pretty far.
Please grant me your strength.
Should I take out one of these first, or chip away Erica? How many call doubles?
I must fight.
Yes, he's on the double, not me.
I almost broke a sweat.
Thank God for AI. In this instance. Don't have the weapon advantage right now.
Cuteness triumphs!
Tell me what to do.
There's a lot going on over here.
Here we go. Here's more. Isn't this your lucky? A good wind. I'll go first. Here we go.
I may regret this.
I'm still alive? Huh.
Yeah, I want to get Alcus out of here.
You're too kind to me.
What I meant to do. Daisies. I'll hold on to this.
Give me an order.
All the way.
I'll go first.
Can't quite reach. I want that chest.
Big help!
Worth it.
Allow me.
I'll go first. I'm unbeatable!
Nice, nice.
That's making this so much easier for me. Alright, finish this.
Fighting you here, it feels so strange.
I feel it too. Facing you like this is making me stronger.
You've been strong from the start. Now, show me you have the skills to back up your strength. And so, I am defeated.
And we're done.
You've gotten stronger. You might even be able to defeat Ephraim, my brother.
Thank you. I guess you've always relied on your brother, haven't you?
I wouldn't... I mean... We're siblings, and we always need one another's support.
Guess I hadn't thought of it that way. You should know that I rely on you, Erica. I trust your opinions and your skills.
Thank you. I just want to be a help to your cause, the same as others helped me. I'm so very happy to be part of this, and to help all of you.
You've saved me so often, I'm starting to think I'd be lost on my own.
You should have more confidence. As long as we both trust in our own skills, we can be there to support one another.
That sounds good to me. I hope you'll continue to be with us, Erica.
I hope so too. I'm sure you can save this world.
Does Ephraim have any voice lines? I feel like he's just there because he's the twin.
Magnificent!
It's inspiring to see all of you fighting as one. I must double my efforts to match your own. Alright, now we're done with stream today. Gonna be working on stopping Illusia from whatever they're doing in Firenze. And do that next time. Thanks to all who stopped by to watch. Really appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. See you then.